After a 3-day rest, the Golden State Warriors visited the Splash Bros' second home in Oklahoma City to take on the Young Thunder. Steph and Klay took the game a lot more seriously in the second half and ended up with a relatively easy win. Here's my breakdown of how they got some of their looks. OKC went up early due to some bad turnovers. Here we have a go-to split action on the right side with Porter in the post. Lou Dort's job was to cover Steph as closely as possible the whole game, but Looney sets a pick with his man Favors way too low. Steph realigns his shooting shoulder coming to his left, and Favors barely gets a hand up as Steph drains his first three. I wanted to include this play to emphasize Steph's gravity. Here Wiggins comes up for a decoy screen and the Thunder switch. Steph starts low and Kuminga sets a pin down, and we all know the Thunder wanted Dort to stick on Steph 100% of the time. Both Thunder end up covering Steph for a split second, and Kuminga immediately dives to her back cut. Jerome does not rotate in time and it's an easy dunk. Here we have two staggered screens as the Warriors wanted to abuse the bigger Favors who is covering Kuminga. You can see with two screens, the Thunder expects Steph to come off of Iguodala and have Jerome switch, so Favors thinks he's allowed to drop. Bad mistake and Steph pulls a three here off the first screen with a late closeout foul by Dort. No switch ever occurred and Steph got enough free space to launch a shot. Defense turns into offense. Dort was having a decent game here as the Warriors ice him to the sideline. Wiggins rotates off a non-shooter to help as Klay becomes responsible for two weak side players. Bazley does a good job cutting but drops the pass as all five Dubs are in the paint to help. This leads to an individual performance by Klay as he shot fakes the three to get Giddey off balance, drives to his left and sidesteps for a mid-range. Defenses are still not used to Klay Thompson for some reason. Here Steph gets an ISO on Favors with Bazley fronting Looney. Steph gets by him and Bazley rotates over. However, this should have been Trey Mann's rotation down low off the weak side, as Dort is stuck way too low when he's supposed to be covering the two weak side shooters. Klay is wide open as Steph finds the right option and he drains a spot-up three. Dort is a good defender as we know, but he made a crucial mistake of not following the game plan. The Warriors wanted to keep abusing Favors, so here Looney flips the screen for Steph to go left. Dort makes the devastating mistake of going under the ball screen, and Steph finds enough room to pull up from 28. Too much space for the greatest shooter ever. The Warriors wanted to take advantage of Giddey on the perimeter. Here they get a switch with Steph and he goes to work. Great step back shot fake to get Giddey in the air and he passes to Moody in the corner for a give and go. Dort rotates too late and Steph hits a floater. Notice Klay is wide open here as well, but great overall read by Moody. Nothing really here except Klay taking a good defender in Dort off dribble. He goes left and Favors helps off a non-shooter, but Klay uses his height to rise up over Dort for his patent fadeaway to the left. Great to see him still have this ability. Somehow the Thunder came within two possessions after Steve Kerr took the starters out way too early. Here we have a staggered screen for Steph to go left, but this is all a decoy. Kendrick Williams jumps out to prevent the last man guarding Looney to switch onto Steph, but here the Thunder end up doubling. However, this leaves Looney free to be able to set an off-ball screen as he pins Dort and opens up Klay. Klay goes towards his left, and it's an easier alignment to his shooting arm as he drains the three. Great setup play. Another game plan for Steph to take advantage of Giddey at the top for an ISO. But look where Bazley is standing, one pass away from the second greatest shooter of all time with his hands up. Steph steps back and this is way too much space one pass away. Late closeout and Klay drains the first dagger of the night. Steph wanted his turn to remind the Thunder who their fathers are. ISO Giddey at the top, drive to the left, and step back 28-footer for the actual dagger. There you have it guys, a decently easy win against a young rebuilding Thunder. But the Splash Bros wanted to remind the whole state of Oklahoma about the year 2016 and how these two essentially ended the franchise for a long time and stole a guy named Kevin Durant from them. Steph had a near triple-double and they both combined for 39 points. I wish SGA was playing as he is definitely their brightest spot, but the Warriors got an easy road win before preparing for a back-to-back. Hope you guys like this quick breakdown, and like and subscribe if you want to see more.